Hi, Chris Rogers here with Whirlwind.com, and today I've got another quick look, and it's the Dell XPS 13 laptop. This is the 2014 refresh, and Dell's placed a real emphasis on premium materials with their XPS line. So this top is machined aluminum, the bottom is got a carbon fiber base to it, and you can even see the little sort of aluminum flap here with the service numbers and things on the bottom. And on the and the glass for the touch display is Corning Gorilla Glass. So overall, it gives the materials give the XPS 13 a very light feel. The touch model, which is the one I've got here, is just over 3 pounds, and the non-touch version is just under 3 pounds. So looking around the machine, let's take a look at some of the features. It's got a chiclet style keyboard here that is backlight. It's got 3 different settings for the backlight. It's got a one-piece touchpad here. There is 2 buttons though, and the 2 separate touch buttons here. It's got a mini display port and USB on the right hand side, and on the left hand side it's got a place for the power adapter, another USB 3, and a headphone, 3.5mm headphone jack. On the inside of the specs, our version came with an Intel Core i5 4200U CPU, so it's a Haswell CPU running at 2.6 gigahertz. And you can also you can get your choice of i3, i5, or i7 CPUs, and they all have different versions of those. So our version also came with 8 gigs of RAM. Default is 4 gigs of RAM, and ours has a 120 gigabyte SSD. And that can be upgraded to a 256 SSD when you order yours from Dell. Really, the big piece of this is the display, and it is a 13.3 inch 1920 by 1080 touchscreen display. So this is Gorilla Glass coated. It's got very good viewing angles. It is a glossy display. But the touch responsiveness is very good. It's passive touch. The bezels are very tiny. And I mentioned the viewing angles are really good. So it should be noted that the one thing that should be noted about this is that because of the way Windows 8.1 handles high PPI displays, so that means cramming a lot of pixels into a small amount of space, the default magnification for text is set to 150% on this. Now, what that ends up translating to in real life terms is text can be sometimes blurry when you're looking at things like non-default web browsers or some web pages, or even some of the settings pages like the device manager. And you can set that text back to 100%, but what it does is create very small icons, small spaces to touch on the display. So I have this set to 100%. All the Windows 8.1 stuff looks great at 100% and will look great even at 150%. It's really sort of the old style desktops features and web pages that you're going to be thinking about when you're changing that text. And what it really translates into is that first generation Retina display when Apple came out with that. OS X really was good at handling it, but some of the apps weren't, and there was a lot of blurry icons and blurry text. That's the kind of situation you're getting with these high PPI displays on Windows 8.1 right now. I'm sure it will get better with time. This is a fantastic display, and if you can handle the small icons and everything, it's an even better display. So this has been a quick look at the Dell XPS 13, and you can look for a full review in the coming days on Whirlwind.com.